Hello again. I want to show you a simple method for remembering the treble clef, because as a keyboard player or a guitar player, in the main you're only going to be playing notes on or around the treble clef. Now, if you remember from your early music lessons, most teachers will start you off by telling you to remember the names of the 5 lines on the treble clef, and the 5 lines are E, G, B, D and F. And one way to remember them would be to say, every good boy deserves friends. And then of course there are the 4 spaces in between, F, A, C, E, which of course spells face. Now the problem with that method is that when you start playing from music, most of the time you're going to be playing notes which aren't contained purely within the treble clef. You're going to find there are notes below and notes above. Now, most music, pop music that is designed to be used by vocalists. And the range of the average vocalist is going to be somewhere between this A here, which is this A on the keyboard, and the top C over here. Now, if you're able to go below or above this, you're probably a classical singer anyway, and this doesn't apply to you. But the average pop music sheet will contain these notes, because that's just about the range of the average vocalist at best. So, instead of just remembering those 5 lines and those 4 spaces, why not do this? 2 lines below the treble clef, you have A, B, C. A, B for the space, and then C. And the same thing applies above the treble clef. 2 lines above it, A, B for the space, C. So you've got A, B, C there. So when you look at a piece of music, of course, you won't have these names of the notes written on them. And it'll be much easier to remember if you think of A, B, C above and A, B, C below. Now, let's get one thing correct about the middle C. Some people are under the misapprehension that middle C is so named because it's in the middle of the keyboard, and this is not so. On a piano, a full-size keyboard, yes, the C would just about be in the middle of the keyboard. But that's not what it means. What it means is, and I'll show you on this piece of standard music, if I can get it to stand up. I'll just zoom in on that to make it easier for you to read. There we are. If I move that across a bit, there we go. Now, there's your treble clef and there's your bass clef. Right in the middle, the note there is middle C. So middle C purely separates the treble clef from the bass clef. Now, you could have a line drawn right through that with music on it, but it would get extremely confusing when you're trying to play. Imagine having 11 lines you're trying to concentrate on. So middle C is the note between the treble and the bass clef. Now, that top A there is the top line of the bass clef, but for our purposes, let me just zoom out again so you can see it properly. Here we go. I think that'll do it. That A there is the top line of the bass clef, which is this A here, and the top C is this C over here. So these are just about all the notes you're going to be playing in an average piece of pop music. So just remember, 2 lines below A, B, C, working your way up alphabetically, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to A, B, C here. So when you look at a piece of music, you'll know straight away that top line is an A, the space is a B, and that's a C. And if you do have to play a little bit higher sometimes, it's easy enough to work out C, D, E for the next line. So I hope that simplifies matters for you. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Now, this information and lots more is available in my free booklet, which you can download at chordmusic.net/booklet. Okay, thanks for listening and watching. I'll probably see you again. So don't forget, keep practicing.